What's up, YouTube? Today we're reacting to can Kobe beat all of Luffy's opponents. Now this was made by the same guy we reacted to like last time, Clint Cage. Actually I'll go subscribe to him, so you should all too if you want. I think Kobe gets mollywopped. That's a lie. He gets mollywopped. I do think he gets like beaten by most opponents, but we'll see. Wait, before we can start, I want to say which villains he can beat. He beats Buggy. He beats Crocodile. He beats Lucci, of course. Enel. He does not beat Enel. Let's be honest. Unless he's rubber like Luffy, he's not being Enel. Who was it? Okay. The shadow guy. I forgot the shadow guy, but he goes like Shiro. Okay. Gecko Moria. Yeah, Gecko Moria. He beats Gecko Moria. He beats Kuma? Not sure. Kizaru, no. Marineford, he does not beat anyone there, let's be honest. Only father. He beats Hordy. I think he beats Hordy. Yeah, he would definitely beat Hordy. Now not Doflamingo yet, but Caesar. I can see him probably beating Caesar. He does not beat Doflamingo. He does not beat Katakuri. He does not beat Kaido. He does not beat the Gorosei. So yeah, anything. Most of the villains before Doflamingo he beats, but after that he does not beat anyone else.
Captain Kobe, the hero of the Marines, the protege to Mr. Garp, and a man that will be top
he beats Arlong.
3 end of series. But for all of his end game hype, I know a lot.
What? What did he say?
And Kobe, the hero of the Marines, the protege to Mr. Garp, and a man that will be top.
Just putting the volume up a bit.
3 end of series.
Yeah, I do think he would be a top 3 end of series. I think he would be Admiral, and by end of the series,
but for
or like by after the series.
All of his end game hype. I know a lot of y'all out there aren't actually buying into the kid based on his current status and.
Hey, do not get fooled just because his title. I mean, he's really strong. But does he beat Luffy? He does not beat Luffy right now. But I do have faith in my bro. I have faith in my bro. So.
Beats. So as the Garp to Luffy's Roger, how many of Luffy's opponents can he really beat? Now today's a great day on the channel because we're talking about Kobe, the greatest prospect boxer in the verse. I mean,
the kid that Garp would sacrifice himself for, other than Ace. Yeah, I kind of still hate Garp for that. No matter, even if his job to not to, but boy, it's literally your grandson, or like one of the grandsons you have to protect.
In the One Piece
that
world,
you promised your best friend to.
This guy basically got a 2-year personal training session from Muhammad Ali himself. People don't think about that enough.
Garp must be the coldest beings out there in the whole verse.
Now, this guy genuinely started the series off half the strength of fodder. I mean, he was a total twerp, a pale pipsqueak bum.
Yeah.
Even in Alvita's sorry crew, Kobe was a glorified Janny. But now I look at this dude, and all I see is a total boss. So just how strong is Kobe really? Looking at his kit, he's one of only 11 confirmed characters to master all the Rukushiki, meaning that he has access to Geppo, Flight, to Kai.
Yeah, he has like most, or at least like most. I don't think he has the Rokugan technique that Lucci has. I don't think he's at that level. I mean, he's definitely above that level, but I don't think he's able to do that or master the Rokugan technique. But it would be cool if he did. That would put him literally so strong.
muscle condensing, Rankyaku, air blades, Soru, which is vanish, and Kami-E, which is limping the body. Now, I'm not too sure how useful that last one is, but hey, when you're slipping and gliding away from attacks, giving a little extra you can counter back with, that's all I gotta say. Then, for an incredibly intangible ability, he wasn't getting horned up in his altercation with Boa Hancock.
Yeah, he does not care about Boa Hancock. He doesn't care about love at all. Like, the only one that he's satisfied with is Luffy. I don't know if he's gay or... I mean, I'm not judging you, Koby, but he probably either has a type or he's gay. Those are the two things.
So he's got better self-control than Blackbeard, which literally means nothing. But hey, he does have, he wasn't dropping to his knees like other vice admirals. That's all I gotta say on that. What do you mean we? What do you mean us? You were out here hitting on 12-year-old girls.
I think Blackbeard was in the Epstein files.
Buddy, we have Habari. We aren't like you, buddy. Stay on that side. And then we get to the most important part of any One Piece discussion. We got to talk about an individual's hockey. Because as we know,
I don't think he has Conqueror's hockey, but I do think he has... he definitely mastered basic armament and observation hockey, but I don't think he has Conqueror's hockey just yet.
Rooftop Warrior, Power Cliff. Kaido was saying that hockey brings the world to its knees.
That's true.
First off, looking at his observation hockey. Ironically, bro, people forget.
I mean, look at Roger. Bro was a menace.
And out of the main cast, this guy unlocked hockey before Sanji and was the first to unlock.
Yeah. I didn't even notice this when first watching One Piece and like doing this part. I was just thinking that he was hearing everyone's voice fade away like by his ears, but no. Now that I think of it now, he definitely did unlock observation hockey during that war.
Observation even before Zoro and Luffy, which is kind of crazy, but still. All the way back in the Summit War before Zoro. Before Sanji, and was the first to unlock observation even before
I was about to say that Luffy will unlock Conqueror's hockey first, but I thought he sent like he unlocked hockey first by everyone else.
Zoro and Luffy, which is kind of crazy, but still. All the way back in the Summit War before mogging Akainu and defying this guy, he was able to sense everyone dying on the battlefield, which is a pretty big.
That's a pretty good feat, because not everyone start off sensing everyone on the battlefield.
Range for someone who had just unlocked it. And throughout the 2-year time skip, this guy would only further and further develop his observational skills and could even pick up on things that someone proficient in observation couldn't, like a missile back in the day when Koby was escorting Lelouch and Dressrosa to the Reverie. But naturally, you can't talk about a Garp protege without looking at his armament expertise, and Koby might be the single most underrated armament expert in the verse.
The fact that he didn't even use like advanced armament or advanced conquer is just basic armament with his strength, right? He mastered so strong that he's able to output a great feat like Garp's Galaxy Impacted.
In chapter 1088, the greatest chapter in One Piece history, we see the most epicest, the sickest of all feats, Honesty Impact. And let me tell you, bud, if this feat doesn't make you want to hit a nasty bag sesh. But anyway, if we actually look into this picture right here, break out the magnifying glass. Dude, that Koby never touches Pizarro, we can assume that this was likely advanced armament or...
Oh, you're right. Oh shoot, I didn't even notice that. Because in the anime, it looked like he did touch D-Rock. But if he actually didn't, then it would be confirmed that he actually has advanced armament. I mean, it would make sense considering he's being trained by Garp, who mastered all advanced techniques of hockey, other than Conquerors, because I'm not sure if he has Conquerors or not, but it would make sense for Koby to learn advanced armament. Sorry if I paused so much. I mean, it's a reaction video. What do you expect?
Anyway, if we actually look into this picture right here, break out the magnifying glass. Due to the fact that Koby never touches Pizarro, we can assume that this was likely advanced armament or emission.
That's why the punch was so strong, right?
Hockey, which we don't even have confirmation that Sanji can use that, by the way.
Hey, don't blame Sanji. I mean, he was trained by a bunch of drag queens and Ivankov. So, And he also didn't even get trained to learn hockey. He just developed it while being endangered by the drag queens he did not like.
That's all I gotta say. But if we look into this even more, if we whip out the magnifying glass, this did a similar amount of damage to Pizuru as Galaxy Divide. Now, am I saying that this attack is as strong as Galaxy Divide? Not really, but I'm not
really, but
saying that
it's really close.
It's that far off.
Yeah.
So yes, looking at that is cool and all, but how big is Pizuru really? And although asking Oda to be consistent with size like asking a pig to fly, we can get a very general idea based on the multiple shots.
Yeah, Oda is not really thought out the size consistency because a lot of times the sizes change vary on how long it's been or what Oda decides to draw.
And the fact that we know Pizuru can redistribute the island and put more weight into one hand, the arm seems to run a similar diameter to the island itself, and the hand looks to be about half the size of the head of Hachinosu, which genuinely, bro, is such an insane feat. There are very few characters that have a DC feat as good as that. And yes, before you...
probably Zoro. I think Zoro could replicate that honest impact feat with the swords. He could definitely do that same damage.
Comment with the anti-Kobe.
Like he did with Pika in Dressrosa.
Cope, this feat is just not comparable to Zoro's. Oh, and one thing
He heard me. He heard me, but no. I mean, what you saw was before even Wano exists. He didn't have Enma, so if he took current Zoro, he could definitely do that same amount of AP or destructive capacity, right? So, I agree to disagree.
I wanted to mention that not a lot of people do about Kobe is the sheer amount of endurance this guy has. He may not be the most durable as his hands are a bit of a fragile Freddy, but the thing about Kobe is that as much as he may stress himself out thinking of the negative, he is never truly gonna give up. Even after getting 10-8'd in the prior round, this guy is always gonna grit down on the mouthpiece.
The only thing I have a problem with Kobe is he thinks he can beat Luffy, and he thinks he will stop Luffy. You're not stopping Luffy. He's the main character. He is way above you in terms of power. He could probably like one-shot you in base form, let's be honest. But
and get up. Something that is true for most of the cast, but as someone with no godly devil fruit, no special lineage, hopefully, please, Oda, don't ruin this, please, Oda, I pray every night, please don't ruin Kobe, bro, and no special bloodline, he is out there every night hitting the battleship bags until he can't anymore. This guy has a different mentality, but that's enough for the...
I don't think it matters about Zoro's special lineage, it's just his blood running through him by descendant. Sure, Ryuma, but wouldn't Ryuma just be as strong as Zoro if he trained the same way? So it's not really all about the lineage, more of the exercise. I mean, if you had pre-time skip Zoro run through the same gauntlet without training, he would lose everything. So it's not really about lineage. Forgot your name, but really all about exercise. So don't disrespect by Zoro like that.
Actual feats, let's talk about speculation. Firstly, he was on the "it all depends on who finds a" panel, which to me basically confirms
that he's in definitely like close to the top tiers.
This guy's a conqueror user. He just
Conqueror's user? I mean, I do think he will get Conqueror's user in the future, but right now, I don't think he does. Wait. Okay.
Panel, which to me basically confirms that this guy's a conqueror user.
I mean, sure.
He just hasn't had the moment to awaken it. But just wait till we see this guy next. He's unleashing that sea.
I swear, if Kobe unlocks Conqueror's Haki before Sanji, that'll be the most embarrassing thing ever. Like, the Sanji fans will not like this one.
Go see on the green bull or something. And lastly, as we know, the main character's One Piece gets stronger in between arcs, and this is more true for Kobe than anyone. So all I'm saying is, honesty impact, we're only scratching the surface here. Speaking of scratching the surface, let's get you to scratch the surface of that subscribe button, or just hit it normally, whatever works for you. And buddy, I'm gonna need you to like this video too.
I forgot this video was all about Kobe trying to beat Luffy's opponents.
I just saw that they're making a Koby manga card, buddy. Please, I'm gonna have to break out the memberships, please, buddy, please.
Okay, jeez. East Blue. Yeah, he dogs everyone there.
Obviously, we've got to start with the East Blue, and I think there's only really one thing.
What do you think about current? Is it current Koby versus the whole past arcs, or is it current Koby in those arcs
that we can say on this? Honesty.
I mean, it only takes one honesty impact to destroy everyone in that fucking sea.
Impactor. Yeah, there's just no one in the East Blue even relatively close to his level, buddy. And let's be honest, post Ennie's lobby, Koby is boxing these guys up too.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know you didn't come out here expecting Koby to be trolling in the East Blue, so let's just skip to Alabasta, shall we?
Yeah.
Crocodile. This guy was getting bent over by Pre-Gear's Luffy. What is there to tell you? This guy is legit getting atomized.
And now, since Koby has hockey, it wouldn't be really a problem to touch him.
By a Koby jab. His head is snapping back so far, his hair would no longer be slicked back, it'd be slicked forward. Absolutely brutalization by the captain. And can we just talk about how big of a bum diddly dumb that Smoker was for a second? Like, this guy is the definition of a Logia merchant. He'd be quite...
Whoa. You disrespecting Smoker? You don't disrespect Smoker like that. He is not a Delphi merchant. I mean, literally, you could say everything about every Delphi user is the Delphi merchant, because they allow their Delphi most of the time. So he's not, bro. You're bad mouthing my goat. He has armament, observation hockey, master dose. He has sea prism weapon. He could easily beat anyone, even without using his hockey. And he's a Logia. So, I mean,
likely, buddy, he'd be jobless, he'd be homeless if he didn't fluke a once-in-a-generation Logia fruit. Not gonna lie, bro, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's get to the interesting matchups
now. He does not beat no.
Bellamy, I'm kidding. No, Bellamy is legit getting vaporized, bro. He's the freaking atoms in this dude's noggin are legit breaking. That's how big of a no-diff this would be. But here's the matchup I'm sure a lot of y'all are looking forward to. Enel versus Koby.
He does not be
Enel, bro. If you're glazing Enel, you're the definition of a fake hardcore. It's the hipster's choice. You're doing mental gymnastics to try and force something that just doesn't work. This guy is just not who you think he is. Can you imagine any post Whole Cake Island boss not being able to kill Sanji with a named attack with such an offensively potent fruit, buddy? You would.
To be fair, he literally fought the main characters while, so they have plot armor, and also Sanji, now confirmed to be has the awakened genetics of his family, so he probably tanked that just because of it. Plus, it's Sanji. He's really the top 3 command. He's really
would be getting laughed all the way to Weenie Hut Juniors. This is embarrassing. And then we have pre-Gear 3 Luffy.
Bro, he's literally made of rubber. Koby isn't. He literally got no diff by. I mean, not no diff, but low to mid diff by Luffy because he's rubber. We take that away, and he gets a normal guy. He gets beaten. So
bringing you to your knees, brother. Even Gear 3 Luffy wasn't doing that to Lucci. Like, these aren't good looks. Even just the fact that Enel with
yo, the Glaze is crazy. I love Koby, but he does not beat Enel.
Observation hockey wasn't able to shish kebab Luffy with his staff. A Luffy who wasn't even in Gear 2. Brother, could you imagine Katakuri whiffing multiple times in a row on pre-Gear 2 Luffy? Dude, Big Mom would kick his 48-year-old rear out of the basement. Like, that is legitimately brutal. But anyway.
Oh, he does not beat... What? He does not beat Enel. He could probably do, but it'll still be hard to extreme.
After I just unleashed an honesty impact of my own on Enel, how is this fight actually going? Well, Koby
does not survive the freaking thunderball he has.
He's hitting this dude with the snastiest vanish of all time and absolutely nuking this dude with an honesty divide or something.
The Glaze is crazy.
A little samey saying honesty impact again and again, so we're switching up. But yeah, if you're getting big bell diffed, you are getting absolutely obliterated pillar to post. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alright, whatever you say.
Yeah, Koby takes the HGH merchant to an actual honest-to-goodness boxing class. Koby is hitting a light jab on the dude's turtle shell stomach and sending this dude all the way over the grand line. Koby W. And the same, quite frankly, the same goes for Lucci. While we really don't have any speed feats for Koby, it just feels like common sense that this guy isn't getting absolutely blitzed by Gear 2. But given the fact that he was getting taught by the most low-key of speedsters, Mr. Garp. Well, I mean, I have no idea how old Garp is blitzing Kuzan in his wobbly cobbly age. His legs are legit looking like he does bicep curls in the squat rack. I think it's safe to assume that Koby's quite the speedster, and I'm sure you're not going to be out here disagreeing with me that this guy's vanishing laps around Mr. Robert Lucci.
Gecko Moria, I mean,
we reach our first little hurdle right here. We have an honest to goodness.
I mean, if Gecko Moria gets a hold of Koby and moves his shadow, he's kind of cooked now. Not gonna lie.
This warlord in Gecko Moria.
That is a warlord. I mean, he could most likely defeat him, but it'll be a hard.
People often conflate this Moria with a prime locked-in Moria, but let me tell you, Couch Potato Moria is nowhere near his going to war with Kaido form. So here's the thing about Moria. This guy's shaped like one of those clowns that you give the kids to tee off on. And to be fair, he is quite the solid punching bag, being able to tank a sharp brick fist straight on this dude's sternum. And despite being down for 3 chapters, he was looking pretty clean when he popped back up in 562. But just the fact alone that we've seen this dude getting his gun punched and that Luffy was leaving this dude coughing up shadows. Just think about it. In his strongest form, he was still getting hurt by a gassed, tired Luffy.
To be fair, he got jumped on. He got jumped on. You can make an argument. He definitely got jumped on by literally everyone in the Straw Hats. So, I mean, what else could he do?
Let me tell you.
If it was only Luffy against Gecko Moria, I feel like Luffy would definitely lose.
Is Koby letting this guy get buffed up, or is he just nuking the castle with an honest divide? I just know for a fact that Koby, with his observation hockey, would be able to find a Moria who's sneaking around and trying to buff up his fodder in order to start strategizing. But then Koby would just nuke, buddy.
Oh, he beats already.
And then we get to Fishman Island with Chubby Jones. This guy is definitionally a hype tool, and thankfully, we can take a quick walk to the math lab for this one and do some matchup mathematics. A Zoro, who was literally just trolling about, was probably hung over a little bit. This Zoro, in Jones' natural habitat, was still able to flex the sword skills. If we do even more math, this was a Zoro who was substantially more limited movement-wise than the Koby, who can literally fly around and swing out range attacks at will. This Koby is hitting Hody with the exact same gut punch that Luffy landed to lay this dude out.
Koby's first hate. Now this, he does not beat Doflamingo, or at the very least is having the most trouble extreme diff.
Similar things are going down in the legendary scrap with Caesar Clown, except this time, Koby has the benefit of advanced armament over Luffy, meaning that he would actually be able to get attacks off on Gangster Gastino.
Oh no! Wait, this is Hunk Pazer, okay?
Without having to worry about.
I thought I said just Rosa. Maybe I'm blind.
Poison. And the fact alone that we know base Luffy was able to blitz this dude. The fact that
no, wait, he didn't say this Rosa. Why did it say Punk? Why is he going for Punk? You should have gone for Punk Hazard.
Even need to go Gear 2. Just shows you the true levels between Luffy and the Clown. But I know y'all are biding your time for the next matchup, and I appreciate you watching the content on your lunch break. So let's make no haste here, buddy.
Doflamingo's like the real problem now.
Koby versus Doflamingo. Up until now, I've mainly been
extreme diff, or Koby loses. It's literally just extreme diff or Koby loses.
Talking about fights in a vacuum, not taking into account outside factors of matchups, but that changes now. This is gonna.
I do think Luffy beats just also Luffy does beats Koby. Curry Gopi right now. He does. Just also Luffy beats Koby right now. So Doflamingo is beating Koby's ass.
Law and Koby versus Doflamingo. The snot guy who I'm not going to dignify him the name, and Bellamy. Now we know Koby would be able to quickly jab up Bellamy and get ready for the 2v2 because Luffy genuinely one-tapped this dude with a based unnamed attack, and Koby clearly scales above this at that point. Additionally, him and Law, simply speaking, would have a lot more synergy working together than Luffy did.
Wait. We're adding Law? That's not fair. You can't do that.
He can stick to a game plan, and they have actually met before on Rocky Port. And based on how the story was told, these guys did do a little bit of thinkage together. So the fight, firstly, at this point in the series, Koby just straight up has better observation than Luffy. Additionally, he isn't hot-headed. He's the type to pay attention to his surroundings.
No, I feel like no, what? Whoa. Just also Luffy has better observation hacking than Kobe. Come on, let's not be biased here.
So I don't see why he wouldn't find the Goo Guy's true body a lot quicker, allowing for Law and Kobe to quickly turn this into a 1v1. Now the true fight starts, and it's important to note that once again, Kobe is not going to be underestimating Doflamingo. In fact, he'd be doing the opposite, overestimating him if anything. He's not going to be holding back in base. He's going to do his version of Gear 4, which is an all-out honesty impact. And now with Goo Guy being down, the two of them can hit an absolute wombo combo on them, switching places with Kobe blasting an honesty impact straight to the
like the glaze this man is on is crazy. Might as well ride Kobe's meat, bro.
bread basket, and Law going over for a gamma knife to the heart of Doflamingo, an attack that gave Doflamingo a panic attack when he saw Law chambered up to him. An attack that was able to damage Doflamingo so well due to the fact that it would bypass the utterly insane external defense of Doflamingo.
I don't think Kobe has more the advantage here because of the advanced armament, but I don't think Kobe is faster than Doflamingo. Therefore, he would take a big trouble amount of time to actually land the honest impact on Doflamingo.
With Law saying, there's no defense from within your body. Even you cannot withstand the effects of the attack. Now let me ask y'all, what was so special about advanced armament again? Why was Luffy able to actually damage Kaido? It's because advanced armament bypasses the defense and goes straight to the internals. Buddy, Doflamingo was feeling that in his pinky toes, and that's one of the problems.
I do think Doflamingo would barely survive on a setback or just die. But the only problem I have with this is that Doflamingo is way faster than Kobe and has more hacks, so
is that he sees everyone as below him. He constantly overlooks Law and doesn't finish the job, leaving him vulnerable to constant surprises from his opposition. Except this time, he's not getting jumped by a base Red Hawk, which is decent, but let's be honest, Red Hawk is nowhere near the King Kong gun. Then not only that, Law immediately jumps on the guy, delivering a counter shock straight to the chest of Dofi. And Dofi was lying down like this from a single gamma knife. Imagine adding an honesty impact on top of that. Though there is one final reason that I am picking Kobe in this fight, in that this is a post-Hachinosu Kobe, someone who is training infinitely harder than anyone has before, in the hopes of
infinitely hard is crazy. One can argue that Zoro trains way more than Kobe. Jesus, the Glaze is crazy.
Luffy from realizing his dream and helping his captured mentor of Vice.
I'll let Kobe have this one, but he does not beat Katakuri, bro. It's raps. He does not beat Katakuri.
This isn't a nerfed, captured, injured Hachinosu Kobe. This is someone who's only improved since then. And this is probably the stupidest thing I'm ever going to say in this video. But we know Kobe's got the cuffs on him, buddy. Good guy Kobe is locking this Doflamingo thug up. Frame 1. That's all I got to say on this fight. W Kobe, and yes, I understand the argument of Doflamingo being a bad matchup for Kobe due to his absurd durability. Yeah. This guy can take all the surface level damage, but let me tell you, punching something is a lot different than punching through something.
He does not beat Katakuri. If this guy still argues that Kobe beats Katakuri, are you really a true One Piece fan?
Starting off the competition with the Yonko Commanders, we have the Big Mom Pirates on Whole Cake Island. And let me tell you something, guys.
I mean, he beats Cracker, but he doesn't beat Katakuri.
Is insanely weak of mind and body. An absolute pushover, a total twerp. And here's why. This guy's just got a smooth brain, honestly. Like, why did this guy ever reveal himself against Luffy? He could have literally stayed hidden and stalled this guy out until he passed out. But no, this guy just wanted to flex his cope of a hairline.
Cracker's ego is so way out of hand.
I mean, buddy, we know you're Norwood maxing. Just shave it off, bud. It's over. And then let me tell you, this guy is a total pipsqueak. This guy was legit at full health. Not a darn scratch on him, looking spiff and span. And he
got one-shotted by Gear 4 Tank Man.
Honey Pretzel on the gut, a Straw Hat, who literally just exhales Cracker into the crackers, and he just legit keels over to that. Like, bro,
and he literally flew all the way to the fucking Big Mom castle.
Mom, I know you're not exactly one that shares their meals, but come on, your children are legit malnourished. Cracker takes an ounce of damage and explodes, and Katakuri bends over to 10 significant strikes. You gotta get these guys on some creatine, bro, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, like, this is gonna sound insane if you skip to this part in the video, but like, how am I not supposed to believe that Koby is legit bending this guy over and giving him an honesty spanking? Like, for real though.
Whoa. Freaky.
When if you're worried that Koby may not have the cardio to deal with all the Cracker soldiers at once, he doesn't need to. We are hitting Cracker with the dirtiest vanish of all time and sending the Norwood Maxer to the other side of the red line. But then we get to Katakuri and we are whipping out all the janitors for this one. We're sweeping this one up. Unfortunately, just for me personally, I don't have
Koby does not take this.
Have enough good speed feats specifically from Koby yet to say he just blitzes Katakuri.
So this one he loses.
Sight, he really doesn't have the means to compete with him in a 1v1. So if we are taking a straight one-on-one, not including,
and he doesn't have the hacks to do so that much.
Narrative, assuming that one character isn't going to grow from this experience, then yeah, without a doubt, Katakuri can win this. Unless the guy's dumb and just can't deal with the area of extension of an advanced armament attack. But I feel like Big Mom wasn't exactly the nicest mom, so I'm assuming in a domestic dispute, he's at least heard of it. Despite being pushing 50 and never trying to learn it.
I mean, why would he know future sight if he didn't know advanced armament first, right?
Lazy bum. I mean, this guy's overrated. Though, the cope, the seethe, the agenda I'm trying to push is that if Oda were to actually make this fight, if Koby and Katakuri actually fought in canon, Koby is winning this 1000%. Realistically, Koby would learn Future Sight in the midst of their scrap and then accidentally land a jab on Kot, and the dude will quit on the stool. W Koby. And that's where we're gonna end the video because there's nothing left to talk about. I mean, I don't want to talk about Kaido. Do you want to talk about Kaido? No. Anyway, hot takes next week. I hope you'll be here for another video on another Friday.
Okay. Do I think that Koby beats Katakuri? No. I don't even think he beats the Flamingo. But well, with that being said, Koby's really strong. I just don't think he's that strong just yet. We'll definitely see him progress a lot more in the future. But anywho, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to see more One Piece content like this in the future. But until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.